Hey, today is all about bowl lathering. I'm Dave, and you're watching Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Welcome to Sunday, and I apologize I only did one shave last week, but I did promise that I was going to do a bowl lathering video. Now, I could do the split screen thing, but I'm too lazy for a Sunday morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break away, let you see how I do the video in real time as far as how I lather and everything else, and then we'll come back on the back side of that for the shave. So I hope you enjoy it. This is just the way I lather it, and see if you can get any pointers at it. We'll be back in just a few. Hey everybody, Barber Dave here. I did promise I would do a lathering video, bowl lathering video. So here are the components of that. I've got a popsicle stick that I'm going to be using to take the soap out of the Mitchell's wool fat. This is my hardest brush to lather. It is a lather hog. It's got a wrench, dense Lee Sabini knot in it, and it holds on to a ton of water. I've got my A&W root beer, and then of course my Captain's Choice lather bowl. So those are the components. I'll be back in just a second to show you the rest of it. Okay, everybody, I've got the brush soaking, and we'll go through that. And I also wanted to show that what I'm going to be putting in the bowl. Now, Mitchell's wool fat is an extremely hard soap. So I took that popsicle stick and I created kind of some shavings. And I'm going to do this off camera for a minute and show you what I've created. Back in just a second. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken the scrapings out and I've kind of made a little pancake, so to speak. Whoops. And I will put that in the bowl. Now, like I said, this is a very, very dry soap. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the water from my brush soaking into that. And what I'll do is I'll squeeze that down, and I'm going to let that soak for a little while. And you can do this like if you're taking a shower or whatever the case may be. And I'll, believe it or not, I'll leave most of that water in here, because what I'm going to do is the brush has been soaking for quite a while. I'm going to drain off camera all that water, almost as much as I can, because this will be real hard to do. So then, and this is going to be kind of weird because I'm doing it through the camera, is get the bowl, and I'll go ahead and dip the water in, and I'll start swirling it. And it's going to take a while, and I'm going to try to do this as best I can, showing on the camera. So as you can see, it lathers up pretty quick. However, you know, this is a very light, airy proto lather. So what I'll do is I'll take that, and I'll squeeze all that lather back into the bowl. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a nice creamy lather. So I take all that out, and then I will add water back into it. And usually I'll do that with just my hands and just that much water into it. And then I'll start lathering more. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a real creamy sheen. I'm going to try to incorporate the air and try to get everything out of it. And as I said, I apologize for the focus on this. And I may do this a couple of times to actually make sure that I get what I want. So there's the proto lather, and you can see it's starting to come together. It's still a little bit airy, so I'll squeeze the soap out, and then I'll add a little bit more water. And I usually use cold water, but you can use hot water if you want. I just find the cold water incorporates better. And this looks a little bit light and foamy, but it really isn't. It's really starting to get that characteristic reflection. I personally think that bowl lathering is a little bit more labor intensive, but it's less that you have to put on your face, you know, as far as scrubbies, as I said on my last video. So that's kind of it. I will do one more It's because if you look, there's a little bit of sheen, but there's a little bit too much air in it. And I want that to get a little bit slicker. So I will add just a tad more water. Now remember, this is Mitchell's wool fat. So this is one of the hardest to lather. But you see, it's also gotten quieter, and I really believe in that quiet method. So that's kind of the consistency of the lather that I want, and that'll be enough for a 3-pass shave. So that's how I bowl lather, guys. Not too much science to it, and I will go ahead and be back for the shave in just a few seconds. Now, you may have seen in that video that I put shavings of the Mitchell's wool fat in the bowl. To me, that's true bowl lathering. Now, some people will argue and say, no, run the brush on the puck and then go to the bowl and add the water there. To me, that's just like face lathering. I mean, you might as well just put it to your face and start face lathering. So to me, I wanted to illustrate how I bowl lather. Now, creams are a lot easier. And also that brush is the hardest brush I have to lather, matched with the hardest soap to lather. To me, there's really no reason why you can't lather anything because I have very, very hard water as well. So we're going to do a straight shave today, and I'll blow over all that at the end because it seems to be from some of the comments that I've gotten that people enjoy seeing what I did at the end of the shave. Now, I still do the scrubbies. It's just habit. And one thing that I did notice with bowl lathering Mitchell's today, a little bit thinner, and I added a little bit, not too much water, but like I said, this brush is a hog. So getting some of that soap out, yeah, it's starting to come out now. So getting that soap to come out of the brush. But as you can see, the lather came out, as you saw in the other video, the lather came out perfect. So I can just add lather as I need it, which is, you know, I guess I would say it is a benefit to bowl lathering, but I prefer to face lather. I think it's less messy and stuff like that. So what we're going to do, since you guys watched that video about the lathering, we are going to do a straight shave, but we're going to do it in fast-paced time. Let you listen to some music, and we'll be back at the end of the shave to discuss all the fun stuff and everything else. So, okay, see you in a few minutes. everybody, we're back. Great shave. Lather was just a tad thinner, but like I said, with bowl lathering for me, I can't control the water as much as I can when I'm face lathering, but still, it was a perfectly slick shave. Virtually no alum bite at all, but good shave. Good shave. Very, what I would call, just a nice retro shave. I've got a ton of lather bowls, and frankly, the best one that I have is the one that I use today. And I just like the look of it. I like the fact that it can fit in your hands. Some of you may have this bowl already. Some of you use those Turkish bowls, and I still want to get one. I've never used one. But the Captain's Choice lather bowl, I like the fact that you can keep in your hand. This right here, the nautical little medallion there, locks into your hands. It's just great to use. Again, as far as the brush today, now this is the brush that I tell everybody that if you get one, you got to load this almost super dry, because this knot is so dense, and the tips have gelled perfectly. But this is a Morrison 4-Dran Apellina. Now the brush itself is made by Sears, but the knot is Lee Sabini. Just a wonderful brush. The star of the show today was the George Wolstenholme IXL Celebrated for Barber's Use, and that is an 8/8, and that's a near wedge. It was stropped 30 on linen, 60 on leather, and then another 30 on the convex bench strop. Let me rinse this off. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please put that in your comments, what you liked about it, if there's anything you didn't like about it, because everybody lathers differently. But I wanted to show two of the hardest mediums to shave with, and that's Mitchell's Wool Fed as far as how hard it is to lather, and then of course these really dense Badger knots. For our witch hazel today, we're going to be using Thayer's Lemon, and that's basically the theme of the shave is kind of lemon lime, because unfortunately for the beginning of October, late September, early October, we are in a June heat wave. Yesterday, I believe the temperature was 108, and today I think it's going to be 104 to 106. Now we're up about 4 to 5 degrees cooler up here in the mountains or the foothills, but still, this is June weather, and it's miserable. Everybody's sick of it. The plants are sick of it. We're ready, because we should be in the 80s right now, and high 70s, low 80s, with nice 50 degrees in the mornings, but it's like 80 when you wake up. Keeping it kind of British, kind of French today. Today we're going to be using Gent's Gin by Clubman Reserve. This is, usually I pair this with Penhaligon's Juniper Sling, but unfortunately I'm out of it right now. Hoping to get some in the not too distant future. But this is, it's like a gin and tonic in a bottle. The limes, you can actually feel the carbonation of a gin and tonic. It's just wonderful stuff. A lot of times I'll use this as an EDT as well, but not today. A little bit of talc, and yeah, you know me, same as always, clubbing. I need to start using those other talcs, but I just get so used to this. Just good stuff. And for our cologne spray today, we're going to go old school, and we're going to go with British Sterling. This is a nice, light, citrusy type of cologne spray. Inexpensive, Target, Walmart type of thing. But at one time, British Sterling was, it was big news. And then, of course, the soap today, Mitchell's Wool Fed. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I'm going to go ahead and try to do, I don't have a lot of crazy stuff tomorrow. If I do a video tomorrow, it'll probably be in the afternoon, because we got to take the new dog and the cold dog to the vet just to make everything's okay. And then I have my Barber Errand Day stuff. So I hope to see you tomorrow or Tuesday at least. I'm Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and such. Hope you enjoyed. And thanks so much for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and all that good stuff. And when you want to be notified, ring the notification bell. We'll see you again real soon. Take care.